Good morning, everybody from Overlook Acres. It's a beautiful morning in the Northeast, particularly upstate New York. You can see we got a little bit of snow here. But it's beautiful out. It's sunny, the sun is shining, the snow is melting. And look, I'm in shorts. Let's go see what the animals are doing. Let's see what the chickens are doing. This is our chicken pen. We like to free range the chickens, but some of my neighbors weren't huge fans, and I don't blame them because chickens belong on my property and not theirs. So we had to stop free ranging, and we added this net. Let's see what they're doing. We got a couple different chicken coops in here. We've actually got way bigger chicken coops than we actually need. You can see we got a few roosters. These are young. Most of these are young roosters. That's our one adult dominant rooster. Most of these other ones are young roosters from last year, and I just haven't gotten rid of them yet. So if you want a rooster, send me a message. You can come pick out your own rooster. Some of them are really pretty. You can see all of our hens over here. There's a lot of them still in the boxes. They don't give as many eggs in the winter. Son, you want to lift up the nest boxes? This is kind of like the mega chicken house here. So this is say hi to Sonia. Sonia is my wife.
Hi.
She is amazing with the animals and at the farm. So this is one of the chicken coops. Let's see who's visiting inside. Oh, look at that. There they are. They're just chilling out. Hi, guys. Let's see if there's anybody in the other one. Yeah. Now we get some eggs. We don't get many eggs in the winter, but get a few. Look at that, fresh farm eggs. I'd show you guys closer ups of the horses, but it was kind of warm the other day and it got muddy out, and the horses have been rolling and they're kind of dirty. And all the haters will tell me I'm a horse abuser after all the fun comments that they left. All right, now you guys have seen our little chicken operation. We're gonna head on over and check out the pigs, see what they're up to today. And I know that there's gonna be comments underneath the video with the chickens that say, oh, you can't keep that many roosters together, that's inhumane, or they're gonna fight or whatever. Actually, when roosters are raised together, and these were raised from chicks, these are actually hatched eggs. When they're raised together like that, they rarely fight, and you can see they don't pay much attention to each other. I say rarely because occasionally they do. We had one rooster that was getting picked on. He lives in the barn. Okay, these are some of our American guinea hogs. Hi guys, how you doing? Hopefully my shadow doesn't block enough. I gotta actually get the GoPro out and start using that. I think I'll take better videos. But these are the little guys. These guys were born in the summer, so they're American guinea hogs grow quite a bit slower. You see she's got a bit of a skin issue that we've been dealing with, probably mites or lice or whatever from inside the pen, which we treated with DE, food grade DE. Keep rubbing that food grade DE on them, and you can put a little bit in their food too, and it actually helps to combat parasites. But yeah, so her hair is actually starting to come back in pretty nice. You just deal with that after the winter. A lot of times you want to treat everybody with DE just to any lice or whatever that might have been in the bedding over the winter. Obviously you change the bedding, but sometimes that's just the way it is when not many of them are together. But yeah, DE works great. And you can see their housing. Now originally this was set up for 3 pigs, which is the male, and 2 of the females, which are the breeders, are the bigger ones. They're only about 1.5 years old themselves, and you can see the pen here. And the idea here is actually we're going to be extending this pen. And I'm either going to move them over there, or we're going to extend this pen out. You can see all this wooded area. They do a great job, and they love the oak trees. They love oak. They love to eat the leaves off the younger oak trees, and they clean up the woods floor. They clean up the floor, the ground, and you can see what they've done here. This used to look just like this, and in the summer this is actually really, really thick. So we got a lot of plans for this summer, and hopefully I'll be able to share them with you guys. Thanks. All right, I just noticed this chicken. All right, this chicken here is named Henny. Henny doesn't think she's a chicken. Henny thinks she's a goat. She won't live with the chickens. She refuses to live with the chickens. So she lives in the barn. She comes and goes as she pleases. It's only one chicken, and she does actually stay in the area, so I don't have to worry about her getting me in trouble. So there she is. She actually probably came down here because I'm standing right here. You can see that's a Bear in the background there. Bear is he's 12. 12-year-old Catahoula leopard dog. And then you got Buddy, he's a year younger, 11-year-old golden retriever. You see the turkeys here. Keep the turkeys in this pen here. It's actually pretty big. There's a covered area, and then there's a long back area. And there's 3 hens and 1 big tom. And we weren't able to show the tom at the fair this year because they weren't allowing poultry. So hopefully next year we can show them. I haven't been crazy about raising turkey, but these guys are pets. They have had a few baby turkeys, and I've sold a couple baby turkeys, but that's the turkeys. Let's get a close up of this guy. Hi. So here we are back in the barn. I wanted to show you guys the rabbits again. These are actually 2 male breeder rabbits. These are 2 of the originals that we started with. They're great little guys. Now I do keep them separate because I do like to keep the males separate from the females so that we can control and know when litter is going to be born. As I said in some of my comments, rabbits are tricky little guys, and we did have some juvenile males that, you know, they reach sexual maturity actually kind of fast, and they just happened to be able to get around before they got separated out. You go back over here again. So I'll just give you a little close up of these. You can see how fat they are. They are spoiled. This is pretty much everything we have right now. So I know there's been a lot of comments about, oh, you have millions of rabbits, or they process millions of rabbits a year. No, that's not right. Some girl wrote a 12-page paper. I'm not gonna waste my time with it, but I don't know. People got a lot of time on their hand, I guess. And a hobby farm, for those who keep asking, what in the world, what actually is a hobby farm? Hobby farm is just when you basically want to raise your own animals, and it's not your main source of income, but you don't really want to buy your food from the supermarket because you don't know where the food came from. So that pretty much summarizes what a hobby farm is. You're never going to make money from it. Never going to make money from it. But, so you can see what we got going on here. You got 2 walls of the barn, and then you've got 2 pieces of aspenite OSB board. Some people call it plywood, pressed plywood. And then you got some soil on the bottom, and then we feed them hay. And let me see if I can do this without making you sick. That's where they get alfalfa. There's their water. Their water stays heated because it's on a heater base. Just use chicken water. A couple of these are bigger than the other ones. There's a big one right there. She's one of our original breeders. You see the pen next to her, and the little nest box next to her. Yep, there. I don't know if you saw it or not, but that you can see that there's a little bit of movement down there. There's some. Oh, there. Are they going to come out? There's some babies in that one there. You don't have to worry about the babies of the the dominant females quite as much because, you know, they're just a little bit more protective of their nests. Whereas some of these less dominant females, the more dominant ones are, they're animals. So they will occasionally drag the young right out of the nest box and drag them right into the middle here. And it's nice out today. I'd say it's almost 50 degrees, and even in this weather, you know, the kits just would not survive if they were not covered. But you can see they're digging tunnels. They got tunnels all over the place. So I don't like to actually get in here and step around and walk around too much. I avoid coming in here as much as possible, other than, you know, obviously you can see how far in I can reach with my hand, other than to just kind of feed them and water them and give them care if they need care, and rescue babies if I need to rescue babies. But you see how deep those nest boxes are. I mean, as long as you don't have other rabbits pulling babies out, they will put, oh, look, that one just went right down in the hole. Now, they could have a nest down there. Like I said, I'm not going to go in here and stick my hand down every hole every single day to make sure that there's not a nest down there. One, I don't want to, I don't know where their tunnels go exactly, so I don't want to crush their tunnel. So when I do step in here, I actually walk along the tops of the nest boxes. But yeah, so there's your rabbits. So Sonia is going to tell us a little bit about what we have here for goats. And you can see the setup we have. We've got 3 pens that we built off the barn. We've got this to go across the front because these guys, they like to push doors open, and they like to be little troublemakers. And you can see there's that rooster I was telling you about. He just hangs out. Oh, it looks like maybe he's going outside now. But yeah, Sonia, take it away.
The goats in the barn a lot in the winter because of the snow and the wind, and we're actually probably going to be opening up the barn door and let them out for the day because it's so nice out. A lot of you have seen Madeline on the videos. She's our boar goat. She is a meat breed, but we do not eat goat. She's separated right now. She's pregnant, so we're waiting on some babies from her. We've gotten some triplets from her before, so we should have some cute babies coming soon. And then we have Verizon, and she's an Alpine breed. She's a dairy breed. We have Emma as well. And Maggie, she's a Toggenburg. And Lily over here, who's having fun with Annie, they're playing with each other. Lily is actually Maggie's baby from last year. And Rosalie in here is actually Maggie's baby from the year before, and then this is her baby Annie. And you see goats are very, very friendly. They're actually very, very similar to dogs. They love attention. They love to be pet. You know, when we have the babies, they're just so much fun to hang out with. So,
and let me just say that, you know, we don't, however, I mean, we recognize that they're also a food source for millions and millions and millions of people, including millions of people in the U.S. Now, they're not a food source for us just because that's a choice that we've made. But we fully understand that they're a food source, and you know, that's the way it is.
We do use the milk though that we get after they've had their kids. We make cheese. Can actually be used for medical purposes. You can use the goat milk for pink eye. So there's a lot of uses for them. They are truly my babies and love to spend some time with them, and they love it as well. I want to take a look at...
Yeah.
Then we got Jackson over here. He is one of our breeding bucks. He is a beautiful goat. We have had him since he was a baby. He looks like he's a little camera shy. But he's, we've had many kids with him.
And yeah, they do occasionally smell.
And bite your butt, which is what Lily's doing back here.
We got 2 other breeding bucks back here, and yeah, we got a lot of bucks, a lot more bucks than I'd like to have. We'd love to adopt a buck or two out. This guy here, his name is Stinky, and you can see he's stinky right now. Sounds absolutely disgusting, but goats pee on their faces. The male goats do. It's goat cologne to them, well, to the females anyway. But that's why he's kind of in here. He's a love bug. He will love anything and everyone in any species. So that's why he's in here. And then this is Sheldon. Sheldon back here. Sheldon is the sweetest, kindest Toggenburg buck you'll ever come across. Oh, hello. And see, now he wants to love the camera. And Sheldon, oh, I think I flipped the Sheldon. Sheldon will always be with us, and probably so will Jackson. Now, you know, some say, oh well, what do you do with all right, so some people say, well, you know, what do you do with, you know, the bucklings? You know, because obviously you're going to get bucks. And yes, you're correct. Yeah, you are going to get bucks. Oddly enough, when they have twins, it's most likely going to be one buck and one doe. You occasionally get two bucks. Very rarely have I seen two does. But yes, you're correct. And look, you got to sell the bucklings to people who are looking for bucklings. You know, you can't have 1,000 bucklings running all over the place. So yeah, that they get sold. If you want to buy one, we'd be happy to sell you one. Okay, but like I said before, we recognize that they are a food source. When they're here, they're not a food source. All right, and they're well taken care of. But that's besides the point. They're well taken care of animals, and that's the bottom line. They have quite the life. So you see, this is actually the horse stall. The goats have taken over one of the horse stalls. They don't.
They don't like to be in here. They like to stay out in the sun.
You got the chickens that think they're horses today. But you see, the horses are outside. The horses don't really come in here much. We leave this door open for them. They can come and go as they please. They get a nice thick coat in the winter. They spend more time out in that run-in than they do in their stall.